Hey guys, Bellatrix Pretzel here. Thank you for joining me for yet another video. So this is my first mansion build for this channel, and probably only like my third or fourth in all the time I've had Sims 4, which was just so I got it like maybe 2 or so months after it came out, and I still haven't made that many mansions. I don't really know how to fill them up all that much. I feel like whenever I make them, there's just a lot of empty space left over. But I tried to make it work. I think it turned out pretty good. Anyways, I hope you enjoy it. So this was built on a 30 by 30 lot, and I did remember to write down the price for once in, not in my life, but in a really long while. I think it's been a good week since I actually had the price in my head. Anyways, it comes out to just shy of 200,000 simoleons. I think it's something like 199,990 simoleons. So that's, I was actually a little upset at how little I was missing to make it an even 200,000, but I was really happy with how it turned out, and I didn't like an extra planet here or there or whatever wouldn't have changed it that much, but I really liked how it turned out, and I didn't want to alter it any more than I had. So, anyways. Alright. This video is like 26 minutes long. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about, to be completely honest. This was like a 5-hour build. I spread it out in 2 days. Pretty much what I usually work on my sim builds from like 9 a.m. to 5:36ish. Sometimes if I'm like really channeling a build, I'll work on it a little later at night. Like sometimes I've started 1 at 9 at night. I have to really be feeling it, but usually I just sort of do a normal work day, I guess, and then done, relax for the rest of the day. But this build I started when I was, close to the end of my day, and then I continued it the next day, and I just kept working on it and working on it and working on it until I finished it. And I really like how it turned out. So yeah. Honestly, I'm so bad at these commentaries, and I apologize for how awkward I am, but anyways, I promise I will. Can I not fix that window? Oh my god, I'm sorry. I noticed the window ever since I placed it, the one in the front that's coming through the roof, and I want past me to fix it as soon as possible. Oh, so soothing. Okay, I'm sorry. I think I was just saying something about my awkwardness and how I will find something to talk about. Alright, so I make a pretty large front deck, though I have to say I don't decorate it all that much because, yes, it's a big deck, but it's a very awkward shape. I think I end up with one bench and a couple of plants, which obviously you can see from the thumbnail, and you'll see how I get to it. Anyways, so the reason I made a mansion build, which I don't normally do at all, is I've been watching White Collar a lot, rewatching it for probably the 3rd time, and I noticed that Neil Caffrey's room, he has sort of like another door and then a hallway that leads from his like personal room to like a closet and whatever. So I was like, you know what? That's actually really cool. I want to build a house that has a bedroom that has its own like hallway, and I made it lead to a walk-in closet and a ensuite bathroom. I was like, you know what? I want to build that, the room, the hallway, and the additions to that, and that was the idea behind this build, and I went with it. I was like, you can't have a small family home that has, you can't have like a small, quaint 2-bedroom with a hallway leading from one bedroom only. Like that, you know, just seems a little off. So that was my idea behind that build. If any of you guys watch the show White Collar, you can obviously see that this house is nothing like June's house, the house where Neil Caffrey lives. I really just took the room hallway inspiration, and that's all. Alright, yeah, okay, so that roof was bothering me a little bit. I was like, okay, is it... I knew it wasn't a room thing, but I figured I'd try anything because that little addition right there was really bothering me, and, do I leave it? Do I leave it at a lower height? I guess I do. Huh. Okay. I prefer when it was taller, but I guess the height bothered me less than the intrusion. Yeah. Alright, so I'm working on the master bedroom, and right now I'm like, alright, well, I'm not gonna stick a dresser in here. You know, like, I'm like, what am I gonna put in this gigantic frickin' space? Because that's the size of 2 or 3 bedrooms that I make on average. Like, the entire, like, space there, I can make 2 to 3 comfortable, nicely furnished bedrooms, and I'm like, oh god, what am I gonna do? I put a freaking treadmill in there. I built a gym in this house. I don't know why I gave this person the master bedroom, not like the master of the house. Anyway, don't know why I gave them a freaking treadmill, but I did. So they got a treadmill, a yoga mat, and I'm like, you know what? It's still empty, but it makes a little bit more sense. It's not awkward empty. Anyways, there we go. They have their bookcase, a little ottoman for them to, sit on and read. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? Let's connect a wall separator with that really nice floor lamp. I really like that floor lamp from Spa Day. I don't use it very often because I find I don't really have the proper house style or room style or size to use it, but it's one of my favorites. It doesn't do a whole bunch for illuminating the room, but I really, really like it. Yeah, alright. I know I put a few more details in there because that back wall or front wall, whatever that wall with the door is very plain right now, and yeah, right now I wasn't just frozen. I was looking for those plans. Yeah, okay, that might actually be all the detail I put in there. Right, so this house ends up being a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom house, and so I know in a previous video I addressed the fact that I haven't made any Let's Plays, and while it's true that I think I would make a very, very awkward Let's Play if I ever made one, and that's why I don't want to make one, if I were to ever make one, I would probably use this house. Like, when I was building it, I was just sort of picturing a family in it, and I was like, you know what, I really like it. It would be obviously parents and 2 twin girls, and I didn't really have much in the way of like thoughts for what I would make the parents' personality. Obviously, you know, they're wealthy, but that's not really any kind of personality trait. I mean, there is the personality trait that makes them want to gain money, but being wealthy isn't a personality trait. Anyways, I'm babbling. So yeah, I don't really have a set personality for what I had in mind for the parents. But when I was building the 2 other bedrooms, I had like this very vivid idea of the girls who would be using those bedrooms. Anyways, I'll talk about them when I get to furnishing the rooms. But that being said, there's a good chance that I will not do it, and if I do, sorry, I'm very immature. If I ever do a Let's Play with them, it probably won't last very long. It's both that I would make very boring commentary, and that I honestly get a little bit bored of the play mode in there because I focus a lot on their needs and getting their career up there, and I try not to use cheats. Like I try not to use money cheats. So I start my Sims off in a starter home, and they end up pretty broke. Um, and so I'm focusing on their career and keeping their needs high up there so that they can have good job performances and everything. So I just sort of get a little bit bored of that. Anyways, first bedroom, one of the twin girls. Okay, so first of all, they're gonna be like, in my head, they're identical twins. Physically identical, but personality-wise, they're so completely different. You would think that these girls would be spoiled because they live in this huge house. Their parents have all this money, but they are not spoiled. Their parents, put really wanted them to work to earn things. Like they'd have chores to do around the house, and that would give them an allowance, granted a bigger allowance than the average family would have, but still. Anyway, so she is the goody two shoes, does everything perfectly to make her parents happy. She plays the violin, she paints, she gets straight A's, she loves the color pink, she's, super girly and frilly and really happy all the time, and well, she's artistic, but yeah. And her sister, on the other hand, is the polar opposite of her. And I'll talk more about her personality when we're doing her bedroom. But I will say this about the bathroom. You'll see that the colors are they don't really go together that well. There's a lot of pink and black. It's just because their parents let them decide what they wanted their bedrooms to look like and their bathroom, while they were renovating. And they could not agree on one thing, so their parents were like, okay, you can decide this, this, and this, and you can decide that, that, and that. And so, like, their bathroom is a little bit of a mix and match thing. Oh yeah, so this house is called, okay, I'll get into the house name after. So the second teenager, oh yeah, I forgot what bookcase that was. I need to put something in there. Anyways, she is more gothy, more punky. She's like, oh god, no, that, so she's the polar opposite of her sister. She's more into guitars and rock music than playing the violin, being good, goody two shoes. Okay, originally I was gonna put the dartboard and the foosball table in there, but I was like, that's more of a jockey room feel than this goth nerd girl that I'm going for. Okay, I had to put that rug because my past emo self would have never forgiven me if I didn't put the Jack Skellington like rug in there. I would have never forgiven myself. I couldn't resist. But anyways, so she's a lot darker, more secretive. She's a good person. She's just grungy, I guess. Okay. Anyways, so the house, I called it Mix and Manor. Sort of a play on word of mix and match, because when they bought this house, it was a very traditional looking house, traditional furniture, traditional everything, and they have been slowly renovating it. So part of the house has more of a modern feel to it, and other parts have a more traditional feel to them. Like the kitchen itself, it doesn't look like the most modern thing around. Those, yeah. Kind of lost my train of thought there. But anyways, that's a basic idea of it. I completely decided to change that. I was originally going to have one kitchen and then a dining room, and then a room right after there, but I decided to just combine the two rooms together, and I turned the room that was originally going to be the dining room into a gym. Right now I was just trying to fidget with the placement of that, put the decided to put the stove right in the island, a couple of seats, and yeah, then I just, stick the dining room table in there, do a couple final decorations. So yeah, like the seating there, the seating the table, it's a lot more modern than the kitchen cupboards. Yeah, so that's just an example of the whole like mix and match, traditional modern mashup, I guess you can say. Um, yeah. Okay. Back to not really having anything to talk about. The only thing I really like planned on saying, or like my real focus was the explaining the name and talking about my idea behind who lived in the house, or rather, 2 of the 4 people who in my mind live in this house. um, yeah, I just, anyways, I decided to make this house a little more lived in than my past houses, so a lot more on the wall. You have olive oil. I use olive oil like every other day when I cook. More than every other day. I use it almost every day. Olive oil is amazing. Anyways, that's irrelevant. Yeah, I tried to give this a more lived-in sort of feel, a lot more decorations. The chalkboard on there. They can write. It's a chalkboard menu. That's what it's supposed to be. But in here, it's more like they write their schedules. If the kids are gonna be out at night, they just write it so that the parents know. Like everyone knows what everyone's doing for the rest of the day. Yeah. Alright, on to the living room. So the living room, they haven't completely finished renovating yet. They have the more modern TV, but they still have more traditional feel. The seating, the couches, they're not sleek, they're not very modern. They have sort of an old look to them, but they're still quite nice. Yeah. So they're just, they're trying not to spend all of their money at once on renovations. They're trying to like slowly ease into there. They take it one room at a time. They started with the upstairs, so that's why it's, the upstairs is just completely renovated. The bedrooms, the bathrooms, it's all, very newly done to everyone's personal styles. And then they're taking it one room at a time, so they're like halfway through the kitchen. But if anyone has renovated a kitchen in real life, you know that it is a pain in the butt and it could cost a lot of money, because sometimes you want placements to be different, and then there's the wiring and the plumbing that you have to worry about. So they're trying to save up their money right now so that they can afford a full kitchen renovation to do whatever the heck they want with it. Yeah, alright. So here comes the gym, sticking just a couple of machines in, keeping it pretty simple. I don't put any artwork in there, I don't even stick a mirror in there. It's just focused on gym. You have the little speakers in there so you can listen to music. Yeah. Alright, so here's the library. You have piano. They are quite musical household. Each sim, except for one of the parents, has their own musical skill. One plays the piano, one the violin, one the guitar. Yeah. Alright, yeah, that's what it is. And keep that pretty what? Why was I frozen there for a second? Anyways, sticking a couple lights in there. At some point, another armchair is going to appear in the library. I don't know how that happened. I don't know when it happened. But when I was taking screenshots, you'll see it in the screenshot. You'll notice a second armchair, and it's there in the screenshot, but I deleted it before uploading it to the gallery. So when you download this house, you won't have the random armchair blocking the flow of the library. Yeah. Anyways, just sort of trying to get the entrance, foyer, whatever you want to call it, in order. Sticking a couple plants in there. The suit of armor, because what's a house without a suit of armor, right? What's a mansion without a suit of armor? Get real. um, yeah. All right. So I just recently downloaded like 3 or 4 new packs, and one of them was the vampire pack. I love flooring that came with it. The wallpaper. You see, I used it in this one. The kitchen cabinets. Oh, it's gorgeous. I'm a little cuckoo crazy for them. Anyways, that's that dark gray. It's beautiful. It's beautiful brick. Oh, anyways, yeah. So the outside is still not completely renovated. The fencing, it's gothic. It doesn't really fit with the rest of the house, but it fits with the outside more than the inside. Like I said, renovations. It's a little all over the place right now. I cannot settle on a porch color. Oh my god. I didn't want black wood. I thought maybe white, the complete contrast. It'll fit with the windows. I'm like, nope, nope, I do not like it. I hate it. Went with that dark brown. I didn't really love it with the stairs, but I think it worked in the end. Yeah, stuck a giant tree there. Made sure that the branches weren't like protruding into the house because that could cause some major problems in real life. Yeah, so here I'm just like, I put a huge sort of patch of flowers, because why not? It's an awkward place, it's an awkward shape, but I think it adds something, and it sort of goes, I find, with the mix and match theme. Like, it's not the kind of garden patch you normally find in this type of house, the style that I went with, so anyways, that's just what I did, and I'm just going to be working on the outdoors for the rest of this video. Well, rest of the video, and then there's the screenshots, of course. Yeah. Alright. I pretty much put like every single flowery plant that I have in there, just sort of mix it all together. I think it does look nice. It's just sort of like, interesting placement for that, Anyways, seating, some lighting. I love putting the floor circle lamps that, like, I think you're usually supposed to use for the pool. I love putting those in flower patches. They just they light up the entire thing, and I think it just ends up looking really, really cool. Yeah, I forgot that I end up adding flowers a little bit everywhere like that. I love those. I do not use them as often as I thought that I would once I got them. Sometimes I feel like they could just look a little bit on the awkward side. Yeah, anyways, putting a nice big deck in there, keeping sort of the shape of the house. I'm like, okay, well, this wall goes out further, so the deck will go out further in that area. Don't know why, I just, decided to do it that way. Yeah, same colors as the front of the house. Oh my god, please tell me I fixed that foundation. There's a very good chance that I do not change the foundation, put the brick in there. I hope I do, but there's a chance that I did not, and I apologize if I did not. Anyways, decided to have a little planting area, gardening, shed. It's not a shed. Why do I keep using words for things that mean different things? Ugh. Anyways, little barbecue area. You have your little table there, so everyone can sit, have a seat, have a little bit of a barbecue. That's also a little bit more of a traditional look than a modern look, at least the table and the chairs. I chuck a pool in there because me and pools, I gotta have my pool. Yeah, I add some more gardening things. I'm just making it look a little bit more like earthy. I've seen a lot of people put the sort of like dirt, earth, whatever, around the foundation of the house, and it looks really nice, and I understand why it's done. It's a lot more realistic. I honestly just don't have the patience for it. And that's why I don't do it. I just keep it to, sometimes I put it where the plants are, sometimes I don't. It's more, sometimes I don't, sometimes I think about it, and so, I'm sorry, I'm jumbling my words. Alright. I need to learn more words. No, I don't need to learn more words. I need to get my brain in order. Anyways, sometimes I use the dirt patches under the plants. Sometimes I just forget to think about it. Alright, so the monkey bars. Normally it's kids that use it, and obviously the girls, they moved in, well, the family moved in when the girls were kids. So in my head, they never really got rid of the monkey bars. It was just a good memory of their childhood, so they kept it there, sort of a memory, I guess, because two girls spent a lot of time playing on there, just, having a blast. Yeah, I just do a couple more things here, chuck a couple plants here and there, and we're getting to the screenshots. There you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. I apologize for my babbling this entire time. Please hit like, hit subscribe so you know when my next videos are coming out. In the description you'll find the link to where you can download this and to my Facebook page. I post some sneak peeks up there so you know what I'm working on, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day. Bye guys.